It's the middle of the night, you're in your dorm room, and you've come up with that killer business idea. What do you do next? We'll tell you. We're profiling 3 people from the University of New Hampshire: Kate Aiken, Devin McMahon, and Thomas Hazel, and welcome to the Language of Business. Kate, what happened in the middle of the night?
In the middle of the night, I realized that I had a better solution for the current menstrual sanitary napkin. And in mulling it over for a little bit and talking to Devin, we were able to run over to our school's entrepreneurship center and get started. And that's what's so great about college and UNH.
At 6 o'clock in the morning?
It was 2 a.m. that I had the idea. The e-center opens around 8, so you have to push it back a bit.
And this isn't your first business idea?
It isn't. Devin and I both have our own nonprofits as well. I started Project Play when I was 16, and we sponsor children to play sports.
And I started Your Eyes Wide Open, which is an organization that supports education in developing countries.
You came up with the idea at 2 o'clock in the morning, but what did you do at 6 a.m. the next day?
At 6 a.m. the next day, I took a few days to think over it, and I actually heard that UNH has a Innovation to Market competition in which you can get seed funding and go through a rigorous business plan process. So in realizing that, I talked to Devin, who's one of the most competent students and people I know, and we went forward with the competition, actually winning second place as freshmen.
What are your plans for the next 6 to 12 months?
So our plans for the next 6 to 12 months are to wrap up our research and development, and then from there begin talking with potential investors, get some funding, and start selling our product.
How has UNH contributed to the development of your entrepreneurial idea, Kate?
UNH has been incredibly supportive. We are able to talk with the CEO of our local accelerator. We're able to talk with seasoned entrepreneurs and work with the network that UNH can provide to make our startup the best it can be and make our education experientially so rich.
Thomas Hazel, you're also a UNH graduate. You've been out for a few years. This is your 5th startup at Deep Information Sciences. How did UNH help you to get where you are today?
Well, I think fundamentally the curriculum of the computer science department was key to success. It had engineering, it had applied, it had theory, and there's local businesses that were around that were doing some unique engineering work. And through the UNH experience and local businesses, I said startups is what I want to do. Serial entrepreneur is what I think I'm all about.
You've worked on a couple of startups as a team member. Now you are running the show yourself. How has that been different?
Well, I would say definitely get your feet wet by doing startups that you don't run, because it's a lot to learn. However, once you feel that it's inside you, that you're ready to do this yourself, I think you should go for it.
What is the biggest single lesson about business you've learned in the past 10 to 15 years?
People. Being smart, having a clever idea, it's about people, and then selling that idea to people.
What are your hopes for your own company over the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, we're actually in the process of selling the company, so again, this is my 5th one right now, and I'll probably be doing another one in a short time period.
Can you give us a preview of what that might involve?
I would say that it has, again, new computer science to change some of the big data problems that we see in the world, maybe using new thinking to solve applications demands of today.
If you had to give advice to 2 current students, happens to be from your same university, what would it be?
I would say, it's wonderful, it's painful, and that's the joy. That's the leaning forward joy of the excitement that every day, every morning you wake up saying there's a challenge, and startups and entrepreneurship is the only way to get that done.
You kill yourself, but through even the best of possible intentions, the startup doesn't make it. What do you do next?
It's a learning experience, and what you saw maybe a failure in the past is what you use in the future to make the next opportunity successful. And I tell you, if you believe, you work hard, there are a lot of people that want to do the exact same thing. So always lean forward to see your next opportunity.
Kate, you're currently working in your 2nd startup. Do you think you could do more than one at a time, or are you currently focused on only the sanitary napkin idea?
I have a great team surrounding me on both startups. So on Project Play, I've given some younger people some chance to take on more, and really focusing on LilyPad right now to make it a reality.
Devin, when you become a junior, you have to declare your major. Is it going to be entrepreneurship or something else?
I actually think I'm going to focus in other areas, because entrepreneurship I think is so experiential, and with the e-center being right here or right there at UNH, it's such a great opportunity for learning there instead of in the classroom.
Kate, if your startup takes off, would you consider quitting school and working on it full-time?
I definitely would. I've always valued experiential learning, and if I'm going to learn more in the real world, I want to take that opportunity while I can.
Devin, do you share the same feeling?
I think that I would stay in school. I would be willing to go to school part-time, But I think that if I left school now to pursue a career, I wouldn't go back. And it's really important to me that I've invested in school now, so I want to finish that.
Thomas, if you had to go through it all again, would you have skipped school in order to pursue one of your first 5 startups, or would you have insisted staying and being a graduate from UNH?
So actually, I did both. So I actually went to school and did entrepreneurship at the exact same time. So I worked probably 140 hours, but I say it's worth it. From there's interesting things you still can learn at UNH that you can't do outside of enterprise, but then enterprise does teach you things as well.
Thomas Hazel, Kate Aiken, Devin McMahon, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Future and current entrepreneurs at the University of New Hampshire.